What's up, Heartburgers? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to see you here. Hope you've had a good day so far. Just want to share a little update with you. Today I'm celebrating 18 months of sobriety, and I've got a little app, and I'll show you a little screenshot here in a second. And it tells how many days I've been sober, this, that, and another. And ask why I wanted to be sober. And my answer was pretty simple. I want my life back. I want my life back. Man, I've slowly regained my life back after a bout with alcohol. I've got a couple videos talking about that. I encourage you to watch them and just let you know that help is available if you're dealing with addictions in your life. And food is the other addiction. And I had to figure out why I wanted to lose weight. And the answer was the same. I want my life back. I want to live life abundantly. So let's look at that question. Why? Well, of course, the alcohol, that's a separate issue for a separate day. But why do I want to lose weight? Why do you want to lose weight? If you're contemplating starting a weight loss journey, why do you want to do that? Is it to get into a bathing suit this year? Maybe 10, 15 pounds? I don't know. Is it to get into a tuxedo for a wedding? Maybe you got to drop about 20, 30 pounds. What is it? Why? Why do you want to lose weight? Now, for me, I have to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I have a list of my whys, and I'll share them. I'll share some of them with you. The first and most important one is my health. Man, it's tough having to get up every morning and take blood pressure medicine, prick your finger for sugar, take your sugar medicine, all this. It just gets old. And not only that, man, I've watched my mom suffer most of her life with her weight, and she suffered with sugar. Man, her legs would swell up and her feet would swell up so bad, and it would hurt her so bad. And they couldn't ever seem to get it regulated. And I remember in her last days that just her legs would just weep water. I mean, they just pour water, and we put bandages around them and towels to try to just, I mean, it's running. We had to put a pan under her feet. It got so bad. It's just filling the pan full of water. And honestly, that scared me. And it didn't scare me then as much as it does now, because I'm getting older and I'm thinking, I don't want that. I don't want that for myself. I don't want to put my wife through that. So that's one of my whys. Another one is, it's a mental thing. Being overweight makes me, and you can probably relate, very self-conscious. And not so much to the fact where I think everybody's just staring at me, which, I'm sure that happens too, but self-conscious in the fact that when you go into a restaurant, you're looking around and you're scanning the room and you're trying to figure out, is the chair going to hold me? Because let me tell you something, those little old plastic chairs people use on their decks, I've done blew through 2 of those when I was bigger. And that's terrible. And if you ever saw Shallow Hal in that scene where she just splatted out into the restaurant, that was the fear going through my mind because I had experienced it on the deck. So, yeah, self-consciousness and trying to figure out, am I going to fit into a booth? And then eventually, it just made me to the point where I didn't feel comfortable going out because I was afraid I was going to encounter something that was going to embarrass me, and I didn't want to embarrass my wife and things like that. So that's another why. And I'm sure there's some more. But that's a question that you need to ask yourself, and that's a question that I'm continually revising in my own life. I had to remind myself why I started this journey, because it's so easy to, man, I've been doing it a little while now, and it's like, well, okay, you're holding steady, or you gained a couple pounds, and why do I want to keep doing this? Because it's hard. Because if you've ever tried to lose weight, you know it's hard. Especially if you have my frame and you're a stocky person, or you've been big your whole life, you know that you've tried it before and you failed. I've tried it before and I've failed. And I have to ask myself, why do I want to try again? Do I think I can accomplish it this time? And I think I have the right tools now to where I can, and hopefully you can find something that works for you. I'm not saying keto's for everybody, which that brings me to the next question. Why keto? I mean, why do you want to do the low carb deal? And for me, the answer is probably different than some other people, but I'll just be real. I like to eat. I enjoy eating, and I like eating till I'm full. If my diet's going to be, here, eat this little cup of this and stop, that's never going to work for me. I want to eat that little cup and 10 more and still not be full. I want to eat till I'm full. And I can remember, the little Slim Fast bars, it's like, oh, this is a meal replacement. Well, I'm eating 10 meals in one sitting because I'm eating the whole box. And because I like how they taste, whatever. But I like to be full. I'm a hearty eater, I guess you'd say. I'm just being real. And to be honest, I don't like, or I didn't used to like, a lot of vegetables. My vegetables consisted of potatoes and corn, and that's probably it. Then it might have been green beans, not green beans. So I will admit that giving up potatoes and corn was pretty tough, and it's still tough. However, on the keto, I found out that you can have cauliflower mashed potatoes. And my wife makes them so good, they're better than regular mashed potatoes. I like that, and my green beans and things like that, but that's kind of the reason I like the keto. It's sustainable. I can keep on it for more than a couple weeks. I can stay on it for a long amount of time and not lose my mind because, well, to be honest, I've practiced it a little bit for a little while now, so I kind of know what to cook and how to cook it. And plus, I can smoke meat and have that smoked meat. I love that. But you'll have to figure out, is keto right for you? I think that it's a very good program. It's not a diet. This is a lifestyle. I've changed some things in my lifestyle or in my life, things that I eat. But I am not, and I don't like the word diet. It really is. It's a lifestyle. Because if I look at it as a diet, diets are temporary. Diets are fads. A lot of them are fad diets, like the cabbage soup diet or whatever, just to drop a few pounds, like if you are trying to get in a bathing suit or something. Or I remember in wrestling back in school, everybody running around with the trash bag on trying to make weight. And if you've ever seen that, it's insane to just drop and spitting in the cup, even trying to dehydrate themselves essentially to lose a couple pounds so they can make weight. That's a diet. I don't want no part of that, man. I've got to keep on trucking for the rest of my life on this deal. So that is the why to that, I suppose. Is carnivore good? I'm sure it is. And is some other program, paleo, is that good? I'm sure it is for some people, or whatever. But for me, I had to answer the why on this. Why do I want to do it? And those were my reasons. Hopefully you can at least try it. You try it for a couple of weeks and see if it's good for you. It might not be, but at least you know your why. Well, that's the whys. And there's many more. I just can't think of them right now. But I hope that you can answer in your mind what you're trying to accomplish. Man, I'm pulling for you and I'm rooting for you. I pray that you do the same for me. So until the next time, may the Lord bless you.